Time for your fan weather forecast brought to you by Utke Heating and Cooling. 72 degrees outside right now, partly cloudy skies. Looking ahead to the remainder of the night. No rain in the forecast, so that's nice. Low tonight of 55.
Some shows talk about one team. Other shows barely talk sports. This show will talk Packers, Brewers, and Bucks every day. It's Wisconsin Sports Daily with Steve Sparky Fifer, served up by Wendy's on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM The Fan. Download the Wendy's app today.
It is time again as we broadcast live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM The Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Sparky here, Charlie over there. Don't forget, stream us live on your Odyssey app, AUDACY, or on YouTube. Search The Fan Milwaukee. We got videos, shorts, shows streaming there too, so make sure to check all of that out. Tomorrow, we're on the road. Curly's Waterfront Sports Bar and Grill in Pewaukee. Right there on Lakeview Boulevard. Looking forward to doing the show out there tomorrow, and we are going to be there for a while. So we'll be out there for this show from 2 until 5:30 tomorrow afternoon doing Wisconsin Sports Daily. Then from 5:30 to 7, Tommy Wirtz will be there hosting the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook from 5:30 to 7 tomorrow. We'll have fan T-shirts, bucket hats, pop sockets for your phone, stress balls, fan bags, all kinds of stuff to give away. Plus your chance to win Adam Sandler tickets to see his stand-up comedy tour coming to Fifer Forum on October 5th. So if you want a chance to win Adam Sandler tickets, come out there and be able to scan a QR code, have a chance to win those. And then we'll also have Sun Cruiser merchandise out there as well. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea is the reason we get to go on the road and do all these fun remotes. So our thanks to Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Again, 100 calories without all the bubbles. Make sure to check it out today. Time now to get the latest.
It's time for your green and gold update on Wisconsin Sports Daily, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM The Fan with Steve Sparky Fifer.
I'd like to quickly shout out somebody, if you don't mind, Charlie. Usually I'd like to shout out somebody.
Sure, go for it.
I don't know if she's listening or not, but you are amazing, and you make my life so much easier doing this segment each and every day. This segment specifically.
Who's that?
Sarah Quick of the Green Bay Packers media relations team sends an email every day at 4 o'clock. Every day I get the injury report at 4 o'clock. The open plays, I go to my email, freshly in my email is the Packers injury report every day. It's like she knows we do the green and gold update at 4 o'clock. So she sends it like, here you go, Sparky. You can use this. Nobody else even has it yet. Here you go. By the time everybody tweets it out, we already have it, right?
You're a hero, Sarah.
Sarah Quick's amazing. I've known her for so long. She used to be with the Milwaukee Wave back in the day. And quick story, side story here. Nobody else cares but me, but back in the day, she was with the Milwaukee Wave, and she'd send me all this stuff. Oh, and I just blow her off and ignore her. Then she gets a Packer gig, and I email her. She's like, oh, now you know who I am.
Exactly.
Nah, you want to be my friend Sparky. Oh, I see how it works. So, yeah, there's that. But it's okay. She's awesome. All right, let's look at the updated Packers injury report here. And Thursday did not participate. Anthony Belton did not participate. He was limited Wednesday, did not participate today.
Yay. Woohoo.
That is not yay or woohoo. There's nothing yay or woohoo about that. That's not good. On the positive side, Javon Bullard, who did not participate yesterday, did participate today. Those are the only changes to the Packers injury report. So to go over this quickly, did not participate Aaron Banks at guard with the groin injury, Anthony Belton and with the ankle injury. Also not participating Zach Tom, the tackle with his oblique injury. And we'll see how long Banks and Zach Tom are out. It's not good if Belton can't play either. Because then Banks, who they just promoted from the practice squad, is definitely going to have to play, and maybe they'll have to play Kennard, who is just sitting over there watching anyhow, who they signed from the Eagles.
Yeah, maybe it'd be nice to actually see Kennard get out there,
He must be horrible. That's all I can surmise from this. I'm sorry.
He can't be that
We
bad.
got Ryan Wood tomorrow at 2:40 from the Green Bay Press-Gazette. Every Friday he's on, and then he's on with us on the Green Bay football postgame show. He'll be on again Sunday night in Dallas after the Packers and Cowboys play. But I'm going to just ask him, like, how bad is this dude that he can't even get on the field when these guys are hurt?
I mean, if he has to play on Sunday, we're going to find out because that Dallas pass rush isn't exactly the Cleveland Browns.
We're going to find out before that. If Sunday Night Football starts and we know that Belton's inactive and we know Tom's inactive, and if the starting right tackle is Banks, who they just brought from the practice squad, right? And Josh Morgan's at left guard, if Jordan Morgan's at left guard, then you know how bad he is.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a pretty telling sign.
Then the question in postgame is, why is he here?
Why did you trade for him? Yeah.
Why is he here? What is the point? Right. Then you're really going to know how bad that dude is. So there you go. There's the updated injury report for the Green Bay Packers. All kinds of different people talking today in Green Bay as they get ready to make their way to Dallas here in a couple of days. Play some of what all is going on there. So first off, let's start talking a little bit first with our guy, Matt LaFleur, because Matt LaFleur talked earlier today like he always does. Not very long either, Charlie, right? You said this was only a few minutes long?
About 4.5 minutes. Very short, Matt LaFleur.
Matt LaFleur. I don't know if we'll play all of it. He may frustrate me before we get to the end of it. But we got also players from inside the locker room. I want you to hear some of Kenny Clark from the Cowboys. Tucker Kraft talk today as well. Josh Jacobs talk. So get some of that too.
Yesterday, Elton was fairly critical of his own play. Just thinks he needs to play a lot better.
Elton Jenkins.
What do you think of when a player says something like that? And what do you think of his?
I personally think that's a mature response. I mean, you've got to be. I think we all need to be self-critical if we want to get better. And he has a high standard for himself, which. That's exactly what you want. He's one of our better players. So in order to win games in this league, you need your best players to play at their best. And, certainly I think it wasn't just him. It was all of us. It was myself included. So we all got to be better.
How much, I know he's played center in the past, but how much of that do you think is it just adapting to playing that spot full time?
I think there's something to be said for that for sure. And I think there's some things that we have to do from our operational standpoint that we've got to be better with to allow him to go out there and really all the guys. I just thought our operation as a whole, the past game was not good enough. We're too slow in and out of the huddle, getting lined up to the line of scrimmage to allow you to see what's going on.
1 second. Can we just talk about this for a second?
Sure.
He puts this on them for being too slow getting out of the huddle. That's what he's saying, right?
Right, yeah.
Played. You were in a huddle.
Mm-hmm.
So what exactly is happening then? If he's giving them the play when he's supposed to, and they're not waiting on him, what's going on? Like Love calls the play. Hey, before we go out there, I could really go for a frosty fusion right now with Wendy's, man. What you like chocolate brownie bears, my favorite, man. And so he's like, hey, Jordan, man, we only got 12 seconds. All right, we'll talk more about this next play. All right, let's go. I don't understand. Like, why would it take that long to get out of the huddle? If he's giving him the play that quickly, Love gets it, unless Love is having side chatter. Why? To me, I point at LaFleur and go, come on, man. If we're being honest, maybe you're taking too long to get the play into Jordan Love, and that's what's delaying things. I find it hard to believe that they're just chit-chatting in there and not getting the play call.
I don't think they're chit-chatting. I think it's more so you have a bunch of guys on the offensive line playing new positions. You have a wide receiver room who is playing in a very regimented schedule right here with the Green Bay Packers offense right now. The way that they're doing their pass offense is very scheduled by Matt LaFleur. And I think a lot of these players, young players at wide receiver, young players on the offensive line, they get a play call and then they have to discuss about how they're going to work on this play and how they're going to make their calls before they get to the line of scrimmage, especially against a defense that's been kicking their butt the entire game. And I think that once you give the play, you're also turning around and you're reading what the defense is giving you right off the bat. You're seeing how they're coming out of their huddle and you're trying to read, well, okay, they're showing a Tampa 2 defense, but that safety is crawling down into the box a little bit. You see the linebacker dropping back out, which is saying that he may be manning up on the tight end and the safety is coming down. So the offensive line is taking a lot more time to read that when you have Jordan Morgan or an Anthony Belton or a Darian Kennard out there playing a new position.
Listen, I
takes a lot longer.
Fine. Okay, I understand. Once you're there and you're calling, but he said they got to get out of the huddle quicker.
Well, it's not right when you get there. It's you immediately turn around and you're reading that defense
and you're walking out, right?
You're walking up and you're not getting set at the line of scrimmage. So he's not talking how long it takes to actually physically start walking to the line of scrimmage. He's talking how long it takes him to get to the line of scrimmage. The period from when you form that huddle to when you get set is all the huddle.
That's what he calls the huddle.
That's all the huddle.
All right, fine. Misunderstanding by me. I understand what you're saying. What I thought he was saying was it takes too long to go break and start heading to the line.
All of this getting set and then to the point that you get set is all that pre-snap.
So that's he considers all that huddle. All right, moving on.
Jordan yesterday talked about that operation element coming out of Sunday's game. How'd you assess what you saw from everyone on yesterday's practice?
It was better, but it's still we've just got to be urgent with our substitutions. I think a lot of it is the communication. When we have different guys running in and out of the huddle, we've got to communicate more efficiently to get them out of the huddle so you can call the play and give yourself ample time to get up the line of scrimmage and do whatever you need to do.
Not asking for any secrets, obviously, but how do you hone in on that communication component? Is it just talking about it over and over? How do you?
No, you got to go do it in practice. That's how you do it.
That's on him then. Sorry.
This is a continuity factor in the shoe.
Am I wrong? Is that not on him then?
If he says it has to be fixed in practice, then who's running the practice?
That's him.
Who's building the practice schedule?
This is him.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm just making sure I wasn't overreacting to LaFleur again.
On the line, because you've had so many injuries.
I think, yeah, you can use that as an excuse always. But it is what it is. It's the National Football League. Guys got to be ready to step up and step in, and you can't miss a beat. So that is what it is. I mean, every team's dealing with this. We're not the only ones. So you just got to find a way.
Matt, I'm not trying to suggest that it's going to help you win the game, but you got a bunch of guys in that locker room that were part of the big wild card victory in that building a couple years ago. Is there anything psychologically to just players walking into a building, a stadium where they've had success before?
I don't think so.
Oh, get out of here.
That's a better question for them. What do
you mean you don't? How is that not a yes? What do you mean? I don't understand. I'm telling you right now, you can take that mentality of being somebody. You can take that and you can bring it all the way down to youth sports. All the way down to youth sports. In youth travel baseball, you played, in our league at least, you played a team twice. If you beat a team the first time by a lot, I promise you, those children, I don't care what the coach says, are going to think they're going to crush that team again the second time when they face them because they beat them handily the first time, right? In high school, if you know a team sucks and for, 2-3 years you beat them every time you play them, when you're a senior, you ain't too concerned about that game. You just mark it down as a W. Go out there, roll out your helmets, and you win. All due respect to Charlie, they may have thought that of Elmhurst when he was playing football there because they didn't win very much. So teams saw him on their schedule, we'll beat them. I'm not too worried about that. That mentality, that confidence that goes into that, there absolutely is something that goes into that. Now he goes, go talk to them. I mean, they may front-facing tell you no, and I haven't heard Tucker Kraft and these guys, if they got asked the same question, maybe front-facing they tell you no. I think when you're in the locker room and you're just talking amongst the guys, dude, we're going to smoke these dudes. Remember the last time we faced these dudes? The last time they faced those dudes, they had a better defensive coordinator in Dan Quinn than Eberflus, for sure. They had more weapons on offense than they do now, for sure as well. And their offensive line might be better then than it is now with multiple guys out for the Cowboys. How are you not overly confident going into this game if you're the Packers?
Based on what I saw in that Bears game, the defense won't be able to guard anybody, and the only person you have to cover on offense is Jake Ferguson because he got 18 billion receptions
Correct.
against the Bears.
That's the
all
only
it
guy
was.
that Dak trusts.
That's all it takes is for you to beat this team. Now, in defense of Matt LaFleur and the Packers, I think, yes, you do have that kind of talk happening in the locker room. I also feel like, though, that when you are a head coach trying to, again, create this mentality, cultivate this mentality that he's trying to do, you have to go into every game with the assumption that teams can change and that a team last year is not the same team that they are this year. And I think in some degree that is true. At my university, we had a deal in the CCIW with the WEAC to play their teams for 2 years and then reset that contract. You matched up with teams that were equivalent to you in your standing. So we were the bottom of the CCIW, so we matched up with River Falls, which was the bottom of the WEAC when they made that contract. Well, that year that we started that contract up, River Falls decided to be really good at football, and they ended up turning around their entire program in the matter of a season.
Lucky
and now they are
you.
a top 25 team in NCAA Division III football right now. That's pretty insane. So it can happen there. It can happen in the NFL too. You've seen teams completely turn around, go from first to best.
But that's not Dallas right now.
That's not Dallas.
That's not Dallas
You
right now.
also, again, looking at Cleveland last week, don't want to count anybody out in the NFL.
But again, the difference there is you and I talked about this last week. That Browns defense was legit. We knew they were legit.
We knew they were legit, but then we were still saying it. The score was going to be 35-17.
I did not. I said 20-10. But again, that's legitimately what it was. I just thought it was going to be bogged down, and that's how this thing was going to play out. I predicted 20-10 Packers not to lose on Friday, and everybody else seemingly was predicting in the 30s for the Packers. But again, this Dallas defense and Dallas offense isn't anything to be concerned about. It doesn't appear. Neither one.
Doesn't seem like it, but
No.
you also never know.
They lose this game, there's going to be panic. I promise you, panic in the streets if they lose to the Cowboys. 2-2 going into the break, losing to a crappy Cowboys team, panic in the streets. So that'll do it for the Green and Gold update, brought to you by our friends over there at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Again, make sure to take those shuttles to and from the game at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Get on the shuttle by making a same game day wager or making a purchase at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Great food, great drink specials as well. All you have to do to make sure you're on one of those shuttles that run 1 hour before the game through 1 hour after the game is go to Potawatomi.com/sportsbook. Potawatomi.com/sportsbook. And you're all set. And again, talking to those guys at the Potawatomi Sportsbook on Monday when I was there, they are very, very popular right now. They're going to run them through the postseason. But if you're going to the game, instead of paying $20, $30 to park at the game, park for free at the Potawatomi Sportsbook and take advantage of it. It's Wisconsin Sports Daily, served up by Wendy's, live from the 1250 AM and 105.7 FM The Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Coming up next, we are going to hear from Kenny Clark, who talked to the media today. That's straight ahead here on The Fan. It's Wisconsin Sports Daily, served up by Wendy's. Speaking of Wendy's, mornings can all start to feel the same. So if you're looking for a fresh wake-up call, look no further than Wendy's breakfast. Try a breakfast Baconator with fresh cracked eggs, crispy bacon, a grilled sausage breakfast burrito, or maybe even a honey buddy. Don't even think about sleeping on Wendy's seasoned potatoes and English muffin sandwiches. Doesn't matter what you go for, it's gonna change your life. Okay, well, at least freshen up your morning. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? It's gotta be Wendy's. I want to, before we get to things that we missed on today's show, one of which comes from the 9 to noon with Coon show today. A hell of an interesting conversation that apparently is going to lead to a heck of a show tomorrow. All based around Brandon Snide, the producer of that show, and John Coon and Rami having this food discussion. So we'll get into that momentarily. The reason they got into the food discussion is because of our appearance with Wisconsin Sports Weekend coming up at the Napa Auto Parts store on Highway 100 in Greenfield, coming up on Saturday from 9 to 11. And I will tell you that part of this deal is, you get a coupon for a free oil change to the first 50 cars, and it starts right away at 9 a.m., right? So the first 50 cars in the line get a free oil change. Plus, you got a chance to win prizes like a new set of hand-cooked tires, gift cards, movie baskets, and more. Free vehicle inspections all day for everybody from 9 until 1 o'clock. But they're offering free hot dogs for everybody from 10:30 to 12:30, which led to a hot dog discussion on 9 to noon with Coon. One I did not see coming. I didn't see Coon's answer and response coming, and I certainly didn't see Brandon Snide. Like, when Rami Makloff makes the most sense of the three, things have gone off the rails. So
well, he didn't. So
he did. Yeah. So we'll play that back for you, a little bit of that as well. And then there's this Jake Bowers thing that ended up on the scoreboard at the Brewers game yesterday involving peanut butter and something. I was blown away by that. So we're going to have to talk about that too. It's the most random things we missed ever, coming up at around 4:40, 4:45. Before we get to that, I want to continue on with some of what was said today after Packers practice. And again, Kenny Clark of the Cowboys now, very weird to say Kenny Clark of the Cowboys, also talked to the Packers media, which is always a fun thing. Kenny Clark talked and gave his thoughts about his trade to the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked, honestly. I definitely was shocked, about the whole situation. I think just mainly because we had just had practice and just literally had just got off the field. I'm thinking I'm just going home to, relax and go recover, and then I get the call. Yeah, I mean, I was shocked. But I mean, it is what it is, yeah. That's probably the most shocked I've ever been. I mean, as far as a phone call or something like that. So, but I knew, once Goody called me, I knew it was something. He didn't just call me for no reason. So,
can I quickly say that I love that sound
of typing keyboard?
And I know people hate that sound. I love that sound.
I'm a big fan of it too.
Do you like it too?
I will say I like the typing keyboard, but the new mouse I have in my office or my cubicle now, I'm going to call it my office because it feels cooler to call it
Already that. Trying to lobby for an office. Gets a cubicle like for 2 days. And now we're on to getting me an office. Okay, go ahead.
The mouse is too clicky on that. The scroll wheel.
Yeah.
I use that all the time. It's clicking too much for me. So I may have to bring in my own mouse for that.
Yeah. Oh,
I may have to
really? So that's bothering you.
Yeah, but I like the keyboard clacks. I will agree with you on that.
All right, very good. Kenny Clark talking about getting ready for this game against the Packers.
Man, I'm so excited to play. It's been a great week of practice. I've been having a great week of prep. I know all the guys, and I'm just excited to play. I mean, honestly, just excited to get out there. See everybody in live action. See the physicality. I mean, and do all those things. I want to be as physical as possible, be as violent as possible. Play my game how I know how to play it. And, I'm excited to just establish that, when we get out there on Sunday. But, as far as I'm just excited to play, honestly.
How concerned are you about Kenny Clark? I mean, tomorrow we'll do, confident, concerned, and curious lead off the show at 2 o'clock tomorrow from Curly's Pub. Lakefront Pub out there in Pewaukee. Looking forward to that. From 2 until 7 we'll be out there. But that our show till 5:30, and then the leadoff show, part of the Potawatomi Sportsbook with Tommy Wirtz till 7. Your chance to win Adam Sandler tickets if you come on out there to see him October 5th at Fifer Forum. But how concerned are you that Kenny Clark's going to be a problem for this Packers offensive line, knowing that, again, now Belton doesn't affect him. He's not going to play against the tackle, but knowing inside right now, Jenkins has not looked well. Morgan has struggled. Ryan, who I thought may have had a good game because nobody was talking about him, come to find out, if you look at Pro Football Focus grades, he sucked too. So everybody in that line was awful against Cleveland. How worried should we be about Kenny Clark?
Not as worried as I think some people are making it out to be after that Cleveland game. At the same time, Dallas went out and signed Jadeveon Clowney, who isn't the best player, but is a good pass rusher, and he's going to be playing in this game for Dallas, which is going to take some attention for Anthony Belton, Rasheed Walker, guys who, again, have not performed very well, which is going to take attention off of Kenny Clark, which is going to help him go one-on-one with guys like Jordan Morgan, one-on-one with guys like Elton Jenkins, who didn't play very well last game. I mean, that's going to be a little bit of a hard situation. I'm probably expecting about a sack from Kenny Clark. They should be a little bit worried.
You think he'll get one?
I think so.
One doesn't ruin the game.
No.
What I don't want to see is I don't want to see Kenny Clark with 2 sacks and like 3 or 4 tackle for losses on running backs.
As long as Micah Parsons evens it out with like 3 to 4 sacks and like 4 to 5 tackles in the backfield TFLs, then it'll be okay.
I think we'll make predictions tomorrow, but I'm feeling roll your helmets out, folks. I'm feeling a roll your helmets out game tomorrow or Sunday night for the Packers.
You think if it's like, for some reason, 21-0 in the third quarter, they just let Kenny Clark get a sack? Like, he's like, if you don't hit Jordan Love that hard.
Hell no! You better not. Oh, I'd be hot. He just falls down as Kenny Clark touches him. Oh, hell no. Like the Favre Strahan thing?
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
no.
They're old buddies, old pals.
No, absolutely freaking not. No chance. No. So we'll make predictions tomorrow, but I'm really super confident about this game. I wasn't as confident about Cleveland, but I'm really confident about this one. Kenny Clark talks about his time in Green Bay.
Yeah, I mean, it meant a lot, man. It meant everything. I mean, like you said, I got there at 20 years old, like really just, growing up there. My family was established there. I was, nothing but, love and respect for the organization. They drafted me and they believed in me. So, I mean, can't have enough like words to say about that. But yeah, I mean, it's, first class organization, and I'm always appreciative of, what they done for me and my family, welcoming my family. I can't do nothing but respect that for sure.
We cover the Packers. We hear from Packer players over the course of time. So this is the world we live in. I don't work at the Score. I don't work at the Ticket. Or the Fan in Pittsburgh or anywhere else, or WIP in Philly or the Fan in New York. So I don't know what players say after they leave the Giants or the Jets or the Steelers or the Bears or the Lions. I don't know what they say after they leave. But the one thing that has been a constant for almost 30 years, outside of Brett, and maybe Aaron a little bit, but has been first-class organization. They treated me the right way. I got no ill will towards those guys. That all of that. You hear that constantly, time after time after time. I said earlier in the show, I'd be hot. I'd be like, screw everybody in this room. You all don't think I'm good enough? Watch this. Like that's how I would flip it, and it would be about me against them, right? Just like if I got fired from a radio station and I got picked up at another radio station, I want to crush the radio station that fired me, right? That if you're competitive. If you're not competitive, then maybe that doesn't matter. You're just happy to have a job. Life is good. Then that obviously is what that is. So I don't think it's anything different here. But again, he does not sound like a man that is looking for a revenge game like we were talking about at 2:00.
Again, if this was Devontae Wyatt that got traded instead of Kenny Clark in this situation, Devontae Wyatt would probably have that type of mindset.
Georgia.
Where he's going in there and he's going to be angry that the Packers didn't give him more of a chance. They didn't give him more opportunities to be a stud, and that Dallas is going to show him that, and that he's going to go out there and show Green Bay what they're missing. Kenny Clark had that time with Green Bay. Kenny Clark has matured. Like he said, he spent a lot of time. He has nothing but love for the city of Green Bay, as much of a city as it is. And I think that with Kenny Clark in a situation like this, he is happy just to have a job. He's starting to get into his 30s here. I think they said this is going to be the last game of his 20s is playing against the Packers.
He's been in the league for like 10 years.
Right. So he's going to be starting to get into his 30s here. Not a lot of people make it that long in the NFL. The Packers gave him chances. The Packers paid him like one of the top defensive tackles in the NFL, and they gave him opportunities to show the type of player he could be. Again, I don't think they traded him because he was bad or because they were done with him. They traded him because his cap hit was good enough, and he was a player that was enticing to enough other teams, and they knew that, and he knew that. So this is something that I don't think he should be mad about, because he should be happy that he does still have a job. He should be happy that he is still highly regarded by the team that traded him and by the team that traded for him.
Could be worse. Could have ended up with the Bengals and Burrow going down, right? Could have, because he was apparently, according to reports after the fact, he was in the deal to get Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals when the Packers were trying to get Trey Hendrickson. You remember, that's when everybody thought I was nuts for offering up my trade package. I never even thought they'd trade Kenny Clark. That never even crossed my mind that they would do that. But if you would have asked me in July, would you trade Kenny Clark for Trey Hendrickson? I was like, yep. If you would have asked me before the Micah Parsons deal came out, because none of us knew this was going on, if I were to do that deal with Kenny Clark and 2 1s, hell yes, I would have said probably. My follow-up would have been, doubt it happens, but sure, I'd do that deal, right? You realize we tried to do that deal in Madden and it got rejected by the Cowboys?
I believe it. Makes sense. I don't know. I think like Kenny Clark is a smart person. I think he understands that was a crazy deal for the Packers to pass up on, and he can't blame him for it.
Micah Parsons, absolute stud. Here's Kenny Clark talking about kind of what this game means or how it's going to feel different.
I know. I mean, I know it'd be weird. It'd definitely be weird when I get out there. Definitely. I mean, yeah, you're gonna see them yellow helmets out there and be like, damn, I was just over there. You know what I'm saying? But seeing all the guys, I know like warm-ups and all that kind of stuff is gonna be weird, but once that whistle blow and that first, you get your hands on the first guy, whoever you hit first, and all that kind of stuff, you run to that ball, it's gonna be football, and I'm excited to go out there and just go play ball against them.
There he is, Kenny Clark, talking to the media earlier today. So every week, for those of you that aren't aware of this, every week a player from the opposing team gets on like a conference call, which is why you heard all that typing going on with the media. The media, I don't know if this is still going on, but back in the day, the media used to be able to submit like 2 or 3 names they wanted to the Packers media relations to submit to the Cowboys media relations, and then they pick who they're going to give them. And normally in these situations, unless the player's a complete jerk, that player like this would hop on and do a call. Most of the times it's a quarterback from the other team or the best player on the team you get. And sometimes you get screwed and the media relations team on the other team gives you like a second or third rate player and then you don't get what you want out of it. And then you're just stuck because there's nothing you can do. But very happy the Cowboys made Kenny Clark available to talk to the media. Tucker Kraft is another guy that talked today. Now, this one wasn't a conference call. Obviously, he was just talking to everybody. Tucker Kraft talking about his injury last Thursday, which, obviously was a big deal. Everybody was worried about how he looked against Cleveland, and he still played in that game against Cleveland.
Tucker, now that you made it out of there, hey, what exactly happened with your knee last Thursday?
Just categorize it pretty much the same way that we explained it the first time. It was just a scare. I just got caught in a bad position. Thought I maybe felt something. But it was really just kind of, maybe me just exposing. It's something I had far in the past, like in high school, but it wasn't anything, obviously, that we were afraid of limiting me from playing.
Stop. I don't like that answer. I don't like that answer at all. I don't like it at all. And I am totally being media guy right now. The pause, the hesitation, not wanting to say the wrong thing, which is the truth, whatever that is. Then he starts talking about, this may be related to an older injury and never really telling you what it all is and what all is really going on, right? I'm not going to lie to these guys. I got to pick and choose my words of what I say specifically going forward here. I'm just saying, watch the knee going forward. We'll see if this is a lingering thing. And then at some point, maybe we'll find out what actually they're concerned about.
Why you wear the sleeve on that? Is that why you wear the sleeve on that?
Yeah, I mean, I just wear a lot of compression in general.
See? Just wear a lot of compression in general. Hey, nothing to worry about over here.
Don't worry about it. I'm fine.
Look the other way. Hey, look, there's Josh Jacobs is talking.
That's the next thing he should be is like, Yeah, Marshawn Lloyd's over there still hurt
Yeah,
again.
go talk to him. See how his rehab's going. Hey, Marshawn, how's your rehab going, man? All right, moving on.
But that was Matt's leg.
Yes.
What were you doing on the field when it happened? Were you running around blocking?
Yeah, I was blocking. I just got extended in a weird way. It was something that, not always necessarily avoidable, but I just was in a bad position. Not really in a position I find myself in often, and that's how it happened.
Were you initially scared it was something much worse?
Yeah, of course. Those things go through your head. Anytime you have any, feelings or indication of an injury, our identities are wrapped so much around our ability on the field. So the thought of not being able to be on the field, that scares you a lot.
How did you do during the game? Did you have much pain?
We, the training staff and I, we worked together, tirelessly to make sure that I would experience the most amount of comfort as possible. So on the field, there's some plays here and there, but mostly almost none.
Now I really am not happy about anything I just heard. Why did we play that? You should have told me, don't play that. It's going to ruin your day. Don't play Tucker Kraft talking about his injury.
I left it altogether.
So
you could play it because I knew you'd love it.
I mean, you listen to the end of that. Who was that? Clemens that talked to him at the end? It was Ryan Wood before that. What in the world was that at the end? They did everything they could to make me feel as comfortable as possible. What? Oh, I didn't really feel it as much. What? God, come on, man. That's not good. Like, again, I'm panicking. I'm sure being media guy, but I didn't like anything I just played. That was a minute and 45 that I did not need to hear. Because before that minute 45, I was thinking to myself, he looked okay. We're good. Let's move. After hearing that, now I'm going to be afraid every time somebody tackles him against Dallas.
Well, and if I was another team, for him to go, oh, yeah, I just kind of exposed a weakness that I have, why would I not just be trying to tackle him at the knees every single time now?
Yeah, for sure.
No matter what.
Yes. And as is, he's a big dude, so you probably do that anyhow. But yeah.
Now you're really aiming for it. Yeah.
And again, I get it. Right. So nobody's going to be 100% all year. Everybody's battling through things and so forth. But did you hear him talk about, hey, man, as a player, you want to be out there. And the last thing you want to do is not be out there. And then you got your knucklehead head coach telling everybody listening, well, it's a player's choice too if they want to play. That was the defense of Zach Tom and Banks. That was his defense. Well, it's their choice too. No, it's not. It's not their choice. You all say you're not playing, and then they don't play. Period. End of story. You leave it up to them. You're going to continue to get guys where you heard putting them back out there again.
But Matt LaFleur also looks at the situation and says, I tell them they're not playing, and we get into the same exact situation we were in anyways when Zach Tom came out of that game.
Doesn't matter. I don't know how long Zach Tom's going to be out now. And he can tell me all he wants that, well, he didn't re-injure it. It's not going to make it any longer. Who the heck knows? I don't know what the original diagnosis was of how long he was supposed to be out.
Doesn't seem like anybody on the team knows what the original diagnosis really was.
1 second. DL Hall has been out for how long?
Forever.
Couple months?
Yeah, 2 months at least. Yeah.
What's he coming back from? Oblique.
Oblique, yeah.
Yeah. This cat played in a week, and then on the first play, he goes, ah! And you go, oh, sorry, we didn't know.
Again, though, it's different because the pitcher is constantly making that motion.
You stretch it more and all that.
Immediately, you know it's going to end up that way. With the O-lineman, technically, you don't know it's going to end up that way.
All oblique injuries take longer than a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
And they tend to linger if you continue to try and play with it.
But
I know damn doctor, but
people
my God.
have played with it before.
I'm just telling you, that if we come out of this bye week and he's not playing in that Bengals game because they go, well, he's still not ready. That'll have been, 3 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We got to get to a timeout. We're late. All right, take a quick timeout, come back. Things that we missed on today's show, straight ahead as well. Sports talk, football talk, presented by Paramount Plus. Sylvester Stallone is back in the original hit series, Tulsa King. This season, Dwight faces his most dangerous adversaries yet, forcing him to fight for everything he's built and to protect his empire. Watch the new season of Tulsa King, now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus. It's Wisconsin Sports Daily, served up by Wendy's, live from the 1250 AM 105.7 FM The Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Sparky here. That's right. Our hero, Tommy Wirtz, will both be out coming up tomorrow. Curly's Waterfront Sports Bar and Grill, right there on Lakeview Boulevard in Pewaukee. Thanks to Sun Cruiser, vodka iced tea. Got fan swag to give away, hats, shirts, pop sockets. Your chance to win Adam Sandler tickets to see him when he brings the stand-up comedy tour to Milwaukee on October 5th at Fifer Forum. I'll be there 2 to 5:30. Tommy will be out there from 5:30 to 7. Looking forward to seeing all of you. And then when you're out there hanging out, make sure you get a table right there at the front, right? So you can hear the speakers and all that. And then you'll hear Charlie and I build our Prize Picks lineup, which you're going to want to just duplicate and win with us at that point. Prize Picks is simple. It's daily fantasy, right? All you're doing is more or less on at least 2-player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you can cash in. Plus, they got the flex play as well, which means even if you miss one of your picks, you can still get paid. And now they also have what they call the power play, which means you can get the biggest payouts possible no matter your play. Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test. They have max discount players. You want to take advantage of that. They're gimmies, right? They're layups. Unless somebody blows out an ACL on the first play, you should be pretty good, right? More than a half a passing yard for a quarterback in the league, or more than a half a yard rushing for a top running back, or stuff like that. Check out who the max discount players are right now. Go and download Prize Picks. It's free. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code Sparky, SPARKY, to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code Sparky to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for details. All right. Things that we missed on today's show before we get to the fan post-game show with Tommy Wirtz. Tommy's takes on that show coming up momentarily. I've got to play this. 9 to noon. It was at the end of their show in the last couple of minutes, and this happened.
How many hot dogs can you put down, Kuhn, do you think, in one sitting?
Now, are we talking the big ballpark dogs, the big footlongs?
What we can get at American Family Field?
Yeah, just your standard hot dog.
Yeah,
just your standard dog.
Well, see, that's the problem again, because professional athletes are weird. So for me, a standard hot dog is a minimum 12 inches.
I would never eat hot dogs ever in my life. No, I wouldn't. Not at all. Minimum 12 inches. I'm out.
That's a minimum.
What?
Yes, that's a standard.
That seems like
where are you getting?
I would never eat one. I would never eat one smaller. I would never eat a smaller dog. I wouldn't do it.
Can you get those at the grocery store?
Can you find a footlong at Pick and Save? What are you talking about?
Costco, you can.
Oh, okay.
All right.
You drop a little 6-inch hot dog on my plate. I'm going to take 2. Maybe even 3.
That's it,
and put it on the bun together.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
For my first serving, and that's what I'm saying. Standard hot dogs. You're talking about standard dogs. We're not talking these little bitty things.
Okay, so standard dogs. How many dogs can the 12 inches, according to John Kuhn himself? How many of those can you put down?
How many footlongs are you putting down, John Kuhn?
How many can I?
Yes.
If it's a check.
Oh, I think we just lost John. Oh no, there he is. You're back. Go ahead.
If I'm going to do something dumb, if I'm going to do something stupid, I could probably put down like 4 or 5.
That's it. I'm kind of surprised. I thought it'd be more.
Okay, now I'll be honest. When he said 4 or 5, I was like, I couldn't eat 4 or 5 foot-long hot dogs. Could you?
Yeah, easy, dude.
Easy, dude.
Easy.
How many?
I think I could. How much time are you giving me? Is this like an eating challenge?
You'll here. We'll continue on.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Really?
If we're talking footlongs,
I could put down 6.
You guys don't even know.
That's like
6
10 to 12.
footlongs.
That's like 10 to 12 regular hot dogs.
Listen, this is great. I'm glad we did this because I'm going to say, prove it. We're playing.
I'll do it on
here.
air.
I said 4 or 5, and he said he can put down 6 footlongs. So Brandon, now Snide, you're up. Prove it. This is
I will
the game
do it.
where,
I will do it on air.
I love it. 6 footlongs for Snide. 6 foot. Now, how long do you have to do it? How long do you have?
Oh, I
the whole show?
I could do it. No, I could do it in 15 minutes.
I'll give you the first hour of
You
the
know
show.
what?
I'll give you the first hour. I'll give you the first hour of the show.
Let's do it tomorrow.
Let's do it. I love it. I cannot wait to do this.
Do I have to have a Costco account to go into Costco?
My first week on this show could not have gone any better. I could not have enjoyed this anymore. I have the 2 perfect hosts of this show that I could ever have. I'm so thankful for Sparky, Jason, and Mitch for putting this together because I'm having so much fun. Rami's improv is perfect. And now Snide, the crazy stuff you say, the crazy calls you have, and now you're going to put 6 foot longs down. And you said 15 minutes, but I'm going to give you an hour.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I want you to finish. I want you to complete this. I want everybody to know you as the snide dog.
Are you doing this Joey Chestnut style? Are
No,
you dunking them in water?
We'll do it. We'll do it in the last hour tomorrow if you guys are okay with that. We'll do it in the last. I only need a couple minutes.
Oh,
but
I'm okay with it.
Here's my question.
He's going to do the last hour. See, I wanted to do the first. Can we do the first hour? I want to do the first hour.
I don't want him.
I just
want him sleeping the rest of the show.
I mean, we can do it. We can do it in any
Do
hour.
The last hour.
I don't even think I don't need an hour. I'm not a child. I don't need an hour to eat 6 hot dogs. I'll kill it in 20 minutes.
I don't need an hour. I'm not a child, says Brandon Snide.
That's because he's a man and he can eat 6 dogs 15 minutes.
Can you do the same
Easy.
thing?
I think I can. I think I can. Yes.
Absolutely insane. You're all insane. I can't wait to see how this plays out tomorrow. I cannot wait to see how this plays out tomorrow. 9 to noon with Kuhn, John Kuhn, Ronnie Nagaloff, Brandon, Madman, Snide as well. Definitely want to check that out. Before that, 6 to 9 Inside Wisconsin Sports with Josh Albrecht. Mitch Thunder Nellis making his debut on that show as Trevor Thomas is headed for Dallas to see the Packers and the Cowboys coming up on Sunday night. And, of course, tomorrow we are out at Curly's Pub in Pewaukee. Come out and see us from 2 to 5:30. Leadoff show with Tommy Words, part by the Potawatomi Sportsbook from 5:37. Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a good one. Toodles.